All righty, all righty, all righty. Boy, oh boy, Sunday. Everybody, their brother, their sister watching football. How many people are gonna how many people are gonna attract on a Sunday? But we did say we made the promise that we would do this on Sunday. I think Sunday is a good day to do this thing. Um, Tell me what you think about Sunday. We want to do this one time a week, the live presentation. We want to do it one time a week. And we're wondering if Sunday is a good day, as good as any. I know nobody works normal hours anymore. You can very well do this on a Monday afternoon and everybody's home. It used to be, remember, hon, from 9 to 5 on a weekday, nobody was around. You'd actually go out on the road and just drive for miles before you saw a car. I'm exaggerating, but close, right?
Yeah, I agree. Yeah.
It's a much different world. A much different world.
It's crazy. It's not different, it's just crazy.
But the reason why I say that is because you try to find out when is the best time to do this stupid thing. I mean, is this gonna be a good time?
I
Should I
know.
go? How can we attract some
Everybody's
people? What are we gonna
everybody's
do?
doing something these days.
The thing is, there's never a good time. You just wing it and you just hope for the best.
Everybody's out
That's all.
recording their YouTube videos to
No,
put it up later
they're doing
during this
football.
football.
And if it wasn't for Cindy, I would never be able to get these things on the air because I have no idea what the hell I'm doing. I mean, technologically, I am so challenged when it comes to technical stuff. It is ridiculous. It really is. It's
I'm
just
challenged when
ridiculous.
it comes
I
to theater and arts
just
and everything.
so
I'm challenged.
I don't know. Two cans and a string would be better, I think.
I just
But
wish that I could have, you know, been able to do acting in school, like
see the
we always
fact,
had a drama class, and it
yeah.
was so neat to see them in there doing that stuff. I'd walk by the room and always wanted to do it, but you know, I I wasn't allowed to. It's
What the heck was wrong with your mother that she thought it was a bad idea for you to get into the arts? What could possibly be in
she
her mind?
she wanted me to become a lawyer. This was her plan for me to become a lawyer and get her a house in Hawaii so she could live the rest of her life out there away from everybody. And I'm thinking, I I actually, I went to college to be, studied paralegal and all of that, but when I got out of college, it's just not something I wanted to do. So instead, I went to this class called Women's Unlimited.
Yeah,
I got my permit for a CDL to drive a dump truck because that's what I wanted to do. I didn't
dump
want
truck.
to. I didn't want to drive. I didn't want to do. Be a lawyer or anything. I didn't want to. I didn't want to take care of my mother. She never took care of me. Why should I take care of her?
No, that's just it, you know what it is? Some guy's asking about a spray tan. I don't spray tan. Sorry, I've never spray tanned. Sorry there, pal. If
No,
that's the best you have,
my lungs
I
can't
just
take that.
it just no. But nevertheless, see how I saw that from a distance?
And
I actually saw that from a distance.
documenting America says good afternoon
Oh, okay. Hey, Doc. I call him Doc.
from that place in New Jersey that I'm not going to say because
Oh, Paramus, New Jersey. When Cindy came here from Maine, when she came here from Maine, she pronounced Paramus. And what was the other? The
oh,
other was funny too.
oh,
Um, when you
Wyckoff.
oh yeah,
I said Wyckoff.
Wyckoff, New Jersey, Wyckoff. Yeah,
Oh, and by the way, Steve Holmes,
doing great, Joan. How are you, Joan?
he's one of those Italians that stay dark all year round.
But I'm not. I was born here. I'm not Italian. I'm kind of Italian. That's it.
No, you're from that you're an Italian, but
Napoletan.
you're the type of Italian that stays dark all year round, and you get even darker during the
Well, now that
summer.
we're down here, and it's funny, you could be down here where we are. We're in the Panhandle. You could be down. You could be yes. You could be down. That's the
I
comparison.
can't tan.
You could be down here, and the sun can be very warm, and you could feel that you're getting tan, but you're not. If it's December, you're not getting tan.
Yeah, but you get a tan during a winter. I mean, in New Jersey, when you go outside, if there's sun and it's reflecting off the snow even, you get a tan from it. It's just
I
I
don't
don't
know,
understand.
but anyway.
I get burned from the sun, I get burned from the wind.
Isn't it
I
funny that
get
the one troll that we have is orchestrating the whole conversation? The one guy who's an asshole, actually the asshole of the group. Everybody else is wonderful. One guy has to be an asshole. The one asshole of the group is actually dictating what we're talking about. Isn't that wonderful? That's beautiful. Beautiful.
well, you know,
Well,
it
you know what?
doesn't bother me. I mean, he
No, I
can
mean,
think what he wants.
hey, I love when people
When
are,
people think like that, that means, they're not thinking with all
but
those
again, we're
stories, and
spending
there's a
way
lot of lights off up there.
we're spending way too much time on that. But no, but you're so right. You're so right. And well, the thing is with what happened with you, right? Now here's the whole story. She came from Maine to the Garden State. I was in New York, but I had gone to New Jersey for a short time. And Cindy came out of the I won't get into all the machinations of the whole thing because the whole thing is pretty wild. And she came down here and we got together. We got married. I think we got married after we met for about 20 minutes. I think it took me 20 minutes to ask you to marry me.
No, you asked me to marry you the second month that we were talking on the phone.
I know. I have no idea
Okay,
why.
we
Yeah.
have Vinny
Vinny,
pizza.
what's happening, Vin? Vin's a good friend. Vin, how are you, man?
I need a calzone.
Vin's a fat calzone right here. Calzone. Not for me.
No sauce.
I'll take chicken plain, just
Just
chicken in a
cheese.
salad for me. What do you have?
Ralph, it is freaking snowing in New York today. What am I gonna do until spring arrives?
Are the guys in 3 feet of snow? My friend Vinny
I'm
with his
sorry,
my
Vinny.
friend Vinny with his mozzarella and the pizza in 3 feet of snow, right? And I have to say it's cold here, but get ready. Now, what is cold in northern?
Aw, Simon's.
What is cold in northern Florida? What do you
Hi, Simon.
consider cold? Sunday's a good day to do this, I can tell. What's considered cold in northern Florida? It's around 50 today. 50, and we're freezing our buns off. That's how spoiled.
You are.
That's how spoiled we are.
I have a hot flash.
Oh.
So
It was
I
the
warm
wind
up.
chill. It's 50. The wind chill is 48. That's cold. That's cold.
Simon's here.
Simon Bar Sinister. What's happening, Simon?
Let's see who
Simon
else.
across the pond, our friend from England.
Joan Beach. Hi guys, how are you doing?
Yes, I said hi to Joan.
Okay. Documenting America says, when will you do a video on WNEW FM, The Rock years, and FM Talk years?
Okay, I get the feeling that Doc wasn't exactly a troll. He was just asking a legitimate question. It just got my goat. So he's asking actually, say it again one more time, honey. The question? I didn't get it. I didn't get the last part.
When will you do a video on WNEW FM, The Rock years, and the FM Talk years? We need your take on it.
The NEW, Doc, was not exactly my thing. I don't know why. I did listen to the album Rock that they played. I listened to Near. I listened to a few others, but it really wasn't exactly my thing. I was listening to all my. I'm not up on the radio personalities of NEW. I'm just not. I know a bit about it, more so than most, but not enough to really, shoot my mouth off about it. I just don't. I'm sorry.
Bayonet says, "Hey, cute
That's
couple,
my
how you doing?"
That's my friend Louis.
And
Louis was wait. Louis was leaving me messages, and I had no idea who this guy was. Bayonet. How am I supposed to get Bayonet? I mean Louis from Bayonet. So I saw this Bayonet. I used to call him Bay. I would respond as Bay to Bay, and then
Hi,
I found
Bay.
out this is my good friend Louis. They wrote stories back in 19, I think it was maybe 1973. Brother Louis, they wrote a song about my friend Louis.
Here.
He actually dated a black woman back in the old days.
That's
And
hot.
man, it was absolutely back for 1973 is very risque, very taboo. It's a wonderful thing to do, but back then, bayonet was one of a kind.
And Simon says, "My first live with you guys." And hello, Sin.
By the way,
Hello,
Simon's
Sal.
always trying to get on the radio program all the time. He says, "What can I do to get on the radio
I
program?"
like
all
it
the
when he
time?"
is.
Can I get on the radio program? I have something interesting I want to talk about. Can I get on the radio?
I don't. He just said, "How would we all feel about banana on pizza?" With
No
pineapple?
way. Don't even try it.
I
Simon.
just got back into eating bananas. It took me years, so don't push it.
Pineapple pizza. Anybody? Pineapple pizza? No.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
You're sick.
So are you.
You're sick.
but
You're deranged. Pineapple pizza?
You married me.
Pineapple pizza?
You married me.
You got to be
You
kidding.
married.
Pineapple pizza. No. See, to me, pizza, I don't even care. I don't care for pizza that much. I'm not a big pizza guy.
And Bayonet says, "I'm so jealous you guys are in Florida."
You're welcome to come down anytime. I invited you down to the studio. You turned me down. If I invite you to dinner, are you going to turn me down?
And Simon says, "Yeah, I love being on the radio over there all the way from London."
And we love having you on the radio, Simon. I'm kidding. We love having you on the radio every time. I'm kidding you. I'm just kidding.
You just got to hurry up and get
Sometimes
here.
he panics on
Okay.
the radio, though. Sometimes Simon
Well,
panics
you
on the
know,
radio.
I did.
When he settles in, when he settles in, he's gold.
Yeah.
In the beginning, he's kind of hemming and hawing. He's kind of
But he's
frightened, but
I think he's good.
when he settles in, he's very articulate.
He's
Very articulate.
He starts letting the flow out. See, when I first started doing that with you, even if I went, after all those times that I went in there with you, every time I went in there, I was still having anxiety about going on the air.
It's weird.
I'll always have the anxiety,
Yeah.
but it just, being in this big city and everything, I love New York City, but
If you're not nervous, then something's wrong. You should be a little bit nervous. A little bit nervous, a little anxious. Otherwise, something's wrong.
I'm
It's true.
anxious all the time.
It's true. Yeah. What are the I'm trying to think. The playoff games today? Anybody know? I have no idea. Who's playing today? Anybody know?
Well, you just lost me.
Yeah, I made that thing about football. The dangers of football. People, Jesus, I'm sorry, it's disgusting. Out of the woodwork, I almost what happened? Out of the woodwork, they're coming. They're attacking me because I attacked their wonderful game of football. Give me a break, man. Hey, they're fawing over these athletes like crazy.
Oh, I wasn't nervous going on there with him, but I have anxiety anyway. So it was
Who asked you
just-
about nerves?
It was just Simon was talking
Oh.
about it.
Okay.
And he said, like, have you ever had pizza with pineapple and ham?
No, I just know I hate it. I know it's not
Have
going to
you
work.
ever had it?
No,
You have to take
I
a
don't.
bite.
I don't do that. I don't do that. There's something I
What's
don't cross.
wrong with
I don't
you?
cross the line. I don't do certain things. Certain things I will not do. One of those things is pineapple on pizza. I can't. I can't
It's
do
hard
that.
enough to even get you to eat pizza.
I can't. I don't like
And
that.
you're Italian.
I don't. I don't care for pizza. I don't care for pizza. No offense to Vinny, who's a great
Sorry,
guy.
Vinny.
Vinny, what would you make us if you're still there? What would you make us as a prime dinner at your joint? At your joint in Brooklyn, New York. I think you're in Brooklyn. You may be somewhere else. What would you prepare for a guy that doesn't like pizza, and Cindy, who's more picky than I am, Don't let this thing fool you because she's much more picky than I am. What would you what would you make us?
He's lying. I'm not picky.
Oh my god. Oh my goodness, you have no idea. You have no idea. You could only imagine what I'm talking about when it comes to pickiness. You could only imagine. Yes.
Oh my God, it can take a few years for you to get here?
Si-
Simon.
Simon will start
Oh,
out
come
today. If he
on.
started out today to make his journey to us, he'd arrive sometime in 2029.
Just keep it going.
Something like that. I'm sure. So, but see, Simon, you know what he does? You'll be in contact with Simon constantly for a while. God, you can't get rid of Simon. Simon,
I
Simon,
don't want
Simon.
to.
I know that. Simon, 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 right? And then suddenly Simon will just drop out of sight. You have no idea what's happening with Simon. He just drops out of sight. And then all of
And
a sudden he
then
emerges again and he's on the scene every 2 minutes. And then he just disappears in a flash, and you wonder, you said, is he incarcerated? Is he on in the witness protection program? Where is Simon? And then he comes by. Yeah, yes, and he comes back, and then I go,
so Simon, I'm not going to be on Facebook as much. I'm not even answering Messenger hardly at all, unless it's to do with business or something like that. But if there's an emergency, you need to talk to me, just let me know. Um, I just wanted to let you know that because I'm trying to get away from certain few people and because things are happening in my family right now and I don't want to deal with it. So that's why.
Dub, I'll give you. How can I be Italian and not care for pizza? It's a good question. Scungili doesn't do it for me. And Manigot does not do it for me. I don't care for squid, as I mentioned. I don't care for Parmesan anything. That's not Italian. I'm not a pizza guy. I'm not a calzone
I
guy.
use Parmesan on a lot
I
of
like,
things.
you know what I like? I like the pasta, although it doesn't do well with me. I like the pasta. Pasta makes me fall asleep. I'll eat pasta 20 minutes. I'm just out. I can't. My blood sugar goes up and then it drops, I think, with pasta.
You do that with
Whole wheat.
oatmeal.
Oatmeal? I can't eat oatmeal anymore. It's simple oatmeal I can't eat.
Pretty soon it's going to be
I have no
water.
pancreas. Something's wrong with my pancreas, obviously. I'll eat oatmeal and I'll feel normal. About 20 minutes will pass and I sink. I just go down. Yeah.
I guess um, Simon's a secret agent.
Why? What does he say? Simon's dominating the whole thing here. He's dominating the conversation. Oh, that's Dub. That's Simon is Dub. Okay, I'm sorry. That is Dub. I didn't get the connection. No. Yeah, yeah.
He said his name was Simon up there.
Hmm?
He said it's Simon up there.
I know, but that was 20 minutes ago. I know, I forgot. Dub. Okay. I thought
We've
it
been
was
on 20
Doc
minutes
before.
already?
Anyway,
Oh my gosh. we're
something
only
like that. Something
18
like that.
minutes.
But yeah, I mean, Sunday's a great day for just jerking around, doing what you're doing. And I heard the wind chill in New York is 10. Is that true? 10? I think so. I think it's very, very cold in New York right now.
I bet it's colder in Maine. I bet it's
Maine
below
is
0.
probably about 10 below. Yes, 10 below in Maine, I think. What is the temperature in New York?
Felix is here. Hi,
Felix,
Felix.
what's happening? How are you there, buddy? Do I know Felix?
I don't know.
Oh,
He
I think
said
I
it's
do.
nasty here.
I think I do. It's nasty.
32 degrees.
Oh, it could snow today. When you talk about weather, you know you have nothing else to talk about.
There was snow on the roof of one of the buildings
there was actually
today.
down in Florida here. There was actually snow on one of the roofs as we passed. So there is, in fact, snow. Yes.
Roofs.
Yes, I'm sorry.
Roofs.
Yes, the plural of roofs. Anyway, but that's funny. That's funny.
London is 8 English degrees.
But I want to do. I can't do. I don't do a good accent, really. It's kind of a generic British. It's terrible, Simon. Tell me how bad my English accent is right now. It's terrible. It's not even an English accent. I don't know what it is.
It's pretty bad.
It's pretty bad.
Because you're
I'm overdoing it.
oh bad.
I'm overdoing it. Oh my gosh. But well, talk about let's talk about something that's in the news. Let's take a news item and just tear it to shreds. Let me ask the folks, what do we have? We have a few people. What news item should we broach? What should we talk about to make the most enemies?
Simon said it was humorous.
What? It's quite humorous. What? Sounds like some guy from New York trying to be British. That's what it sounds like. Greenland. Okay, you want to talk about Greenland? Why is Donald Trump? Now, there may be obvious reasons that I'm not aware of. Greenland is probably it'll be very fruitful for the United States to go and try to steal it, because that's exactly what they'd be doing. I don't know why the president has to be so involved in these cockamamie endeavors. I don't get it. I have no idea why. See, he sets his sights on something. I'm spitting. And once he sets his sights on something, you can't pull him away, even though they talk some sense into the guy behind the scenes. I'm sure they talk to the guy and say, come to your senses. We don't want Greenland. It's perfectly fine. Mr. President, we could set our sights on something else. We don't have to. He wants Canada. He wants Greenland. Frankly, I don't know enough about Greenland to really evaluate the whole thing. And maybe you can help me.
Say it again.
Greenland?
It's Greenland.
No.
Greenland.
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 I don't know about that. I say Greenland.
I say Greenland.
I think you're wrong.
Just like Iceland.
Iceland? Now you're right. But Greenland?
Neighbors.
Now what is it? What is it? Greenland or Greenland? It's not Greenland. It's Iceland. But it's not Greenland. Can you tell her? Can you tell her? She knows everything. Can you tell her? It's Greenland, correct? Not sure about Greenland. Somebody said not sure about
That's
Greenland.
Simon. He says, but I know why he went into Venezuela. And
Okay, why Venezuela, Simon? Why Venezuela? What's that?
I agree with your wife. She's right.
What's that? Greenland? It's Greenland. Who agreed? Somebody.
Joan Beach.
I think Joan, it's Greenland. We used to say Greenland back in grammar school. Greenland. We said Iceland. We said Iceland.
I'm kidding.
Iceland. Iceland. Now I have no idea. I'm confused. I have
You
no
went to a
idea
Catholic
whatsoever.
School.
I had a
They
good.
said,
I had
they
a
said things differently.
no.
There.
They taught me the basics in Paterson, New Jersey, where I grew up. Catholic school. You actually had to learn a few things before you went to the next grade. You actually had to learn something from second to third to fourth. You couldn't be a dope.
It says second one, not like the color. Greenland.
Greenland? No, the
Greenland.
second one was me. Greenland. The emphasis on what syllable?
I still call it icy land to this day.
Whatever it is, why does the president want it so badly? That's the question.
No, white.
That's the question,
right.
Hamlet.
Woo!
What?
Two of them said.
All
I
right.
was right.
Greenland?
Mhm.
I guess now that I think about it, Greenland, it's driving me crazy. Greenland. They both sound right now. They both sound correct. I have no idea. Anyway.
What do you call Ireland? Do you go
Ireland.
Ireland?
No, that's ridiculous.
Ireland.
No, there's certain ones are called.
Well, you are Southern now.
Certain ones are.
You're gonna have to say Ireland.
Certain ones are pronounced a certain way, and the other one is pronounced another way. It's really weird. It goes. It varies from.
Out there.
It varies from place to place. It's Greenland, by the way. I'm right. It's not Greenland. Sorry.
You're not right.
Now that I hear it again,
No,
sorry.
It's Greenland.
Now that it definitely is not
was
Greenland.
Always like that when
There is no way. I don't want to stay on this forever, but there is no way in hell. Take count to 10. There is no way in hell that it's Greenland. I'm sorry, it's not.
Okay, how do you say Newfoundland?
Good, you say. Go ahead.
Do you say Newfoundland? I'm kidding. Come on, don't get it.
I, anyway, but here's
It's
the.
Newfoundland.
Don't even try to say that. You got to say it correctly. Go
It's
ahead.
Newfoundland.
Go ahead.
That's how you say it.
I didn't say it was. I didn't say it was anything different. Anyway, so
Right for one time.
Venezuela. Let's talk about Venezuela. Now, there's a libertarian side of me that wants the president to get his big fat nose out of the country's business and let the dictator kill people. Who cares? That kind of thing. We take care of our own. Make his whole slogan: "Make America Great Again." But he wants to interfere. Now I know it has a great effect on us. I know the oil, which he insists this is not the reason. The oil has nothing to do with it. Sure, President Trump, tell me another one. But this is the reason, partly, mostly. I would actually suggest mostly the reason why he wants to do what he wants to do. I would say that this is his incentive to do what he's doing. And in the meantime, we take out a despot. We take out a dictator all in one fell swoop. Why not? But in the long run, it's not going to be good. Rand Paul is one of his adversaries for the most part. Rand Paul, who's a free thinker, a libertarian like his father Ron. Rand Paul said he stood out among the Republicans. I think it was he and maybe four others that disagreed with Trump interfering in Venezuela. And I have to really take both. I don't really know where to fall on that one, but there is an argument to be made on either side.
Okay, Simon says he went to Venezuela because Iran had oil sanctions imposed on them, and Iran was using Venezuela to smuggle oil into Iran without anyone noticing. So taking the dictator in Venezuela was necessary
But
to stop the oil smuggling from going on. So it stopped the oil smuggling from going on. So it is about the oil, but not in the way people are thinking.
Right, that's a good point. But the question was, should we have done what we did?
Yes.
If you look at it in retrospect, if you look at it 5 years down the line, we're going to regret it. What's going to happen? You're going to get maybe an even more heinous dictator, an even creepier creep. That's what you're going to get. I don't agree with what he did, to be honest with you. I don't. If I had to fall on one side, I would say, leave the other business to them and not us. I would definitely say that. Yes, that's where I come down on that issue, whether Simon likes it or not. But anyway,
Well, fun went out of this, didn't it?
no.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, why would you say that? We were talking. Yeah, and so well then what else happened?
What?
Yes,
What else? What happened?
about anything.
I just I just don't think the things that you say are gonna happen are gonna happen. I don't think they
You're
will.
far away from here.
Can you guys hear me?
Go ahead.
I just I just don't think the things that you say are gonna happen after he had done this is gonna happen, because I think the people of Venezuela are smart enough not to let that happen again, because they went through years of hell and they were out there protesting. He was having his men go out there and run them over with these military vehicles, and while they were protesting, and there wasn't even a riot or anything like that. It was a peaceful protest. And I think they're going to learn to, this time around, not to let those things happen again. They're going to buckle down and not have these these little tricks be played and when voting and things like that because he cheated on the voting. So
He's a bad guy,
he's a very bad
a
guy, and
terrible guy.
I'm glad that he was taken out of that country
That's a
because those people
legitimate
deserve peace.
it's a legitimate point of view. It doesn't
And
make you wrong.
Iran needs peace. They need those people, those horrible people taken out.
Yeah, no, and when while it's happening in the moment, it seems like a wonderful thing. And in the beginning, I was kind of all for it. Then I thought about it. And I think in the long run, it's going to be detrimental. But that's a very legitimate thing that Sydney just said. I can understand your point of view. Most people fall, I'm the weirdo. Most people fall on your side. Most Americans agree with what he did. And I somewhat agree. I can't kill him for it. I can't, tell him that he's wrong. He wouldn't listen to me anyway. But I couldn't tell him he was wrong. He knows more about it than I hope. I assume he knows more about it than me. But I just see it as long term. We may regret it.
Well, see, everything always has to get worse before it can get better. Just like this country, everything had to get to the point of where it got so bad that Charlie Kirk got shot. And now as soon as that happened, people started pulling together. People started going from one side to the other to pull together. And because a lot of these people that were on the other side knew that was wrong because it was cold blood. It was not an accident. It was not to save somebody else's life. It was cold blood. And these jerks that think it's okay to celebrate a death of somebody that did nothing to them at all, to do cold-blooded murder on somebody and think it's okay. And we got to that point where we were so far down. Now we're gonna fight to get back out of what we're in, and it's starting to work. People are, coming together, pulling together, getting these people out of the country that are not supposed to be here unless they have their paperwork. I mean, everybody had to come here that were immigrants and are legally here. They all had to do the paperwork. Now, these people that are coming over here that are not doing paperwork and are here illegally and think they have the right to be here, I mean, it's gotta make the people who work their rear ends off here to get legal, that's gotta be upsetting to them that all these people are allowed to stay here because, everybody worked so hard to be
It's
here.
upsetting to me. And really, it is. I get it. Yeah, it's upsetting to me. But think about this. When you talk about how many people celebrated, how many idiots, if we're going to get serious, let's get serious. How many idiots celebrated when poor Charlie Kirk got a bullet right here and they had this terrible, terrible shooting
And
for you were put right on the scene. It was such a heinous, heinous act. And how many people immediately after that terrible, terrible thing happened, they were actually celebrating the fact that just the fact that anybody would get shot in that fashion and Americans would actually celebrate is it's the most despicable thing I had ever seen. I could not get over. I don't care what side of the aisle the guy's coming from. I don't care what extreme he's coming from. Just the fact that people actually celebrated that he was dead in that manner was just terrible. I thought that was terrible.
it's horrible. It's sad.
Just terrible.
It's sad how people are, it's sad the way they are now.
Just the same way when this creep kid went in and killed Rob Reiner. Now, Rob Reiner was a adversary of the president. He's to the left of Mao. I mean, he's not here, a big lefty. Just the fact that people were happy about Rob Reiner's death, that is the same kind of thing in my mind. I saw people good. I'm glad he's dead. Good. I'm glad the son. What goes around comes around. This is where we are in America in 2026. I was going to say 2025. I caught myself. 2026.
I didn't care for him, but I didn't, I wouldn't want anything like that to happen the way it did. I mean, it's just it's sad. It's hard. I didn't agree with the guy with a lot of things, but I did like him on some of the shows and the movies that you told me about him doing it.
Rob Reiner was a big talent.
From what I understand, that he was a genius at this.
Excellent director, good actor, passable actor, good actor, great director. Misery. When Harry Met Sally, great comedy. There's so many. Just a few good men. There are so many. But forget his prowess, behind the camera. Forget his prowess. He was just a guy who used to state whatever he felt. He was really extreme. He said some hateful things himself.
Oh, I know.
I mean, he said some
Everybody
things
has a
that make
right
you
to
hate
say
him.
things, but they
There-
don't
Don't
need
need to get
be
killed, get murdered for it. And the son who's off his rocker, God knows why, what's going on with him. But I heard, yes, go ahead.
Oh, it's Rumi said that it was nasty. People on TikTok were so happy about it. He said, I also don't get it. And then Bayonet said, do you guys think they have sex on the space station?
In the space station when you're floating, think of the possibilities. Louis, think of
I
it.
don't want to think
You can, no, think of it though. You
of
can
the
just,
fluids
you're,
floating
they're
around.
the fluids just hang in the air and you just, you're upside down. Think about that,
20
Louis.
minutes later, you
You're
get slapped
you're a
with
little bit of a
fluids.
pervert there, buddy. I'm kidding. But think about that, right? That's good.
Gross.
See, the way to change the subject, talk about bodily fluids in space. That's the way to change a harsh subject. But Rob Reiner was great, man. If you go back to 1971, All in the Family, you go back to Mike Stibick. I mean, this is Sally Struthers, annoying as any human being could ever be. Sally Struthers, the great Carol O'Connor, the great Gene Stapleton.
That was the
Oh
only
my
reason why
God.
I watched the show was Carol O'Connor and Steve.
Carol O'Connor was so good. Gene Stapleton was so good. It was frightening. That's how good they were. Oh, Sally Struthers, the weak link. She did all that. The weak Daddy, the weak link. Sally Struthers actually stood out like a sore thumb because she couldn't act. She was all right. She was all right. But in comparison, and then B. Arthur, the great Maud, B. Arthur would make her appearance and she would clash with Archie. It was fantastic. I do a great Edith Bunker. I won't do it now. I do a fantastic Edith Bunker. I do a wonderful Edith Bunker.
Here's your beer.
Yeah, that's what you say. Here's your beer, Archie. Here's your beer. Actually, you know what? If you notice, the person that held that show together was not Carol O'Connor. It was Gene Stapleton. The straw, the proverbial straw that stirred the drink, was actually Gene Stapleton. If you're talking 1971, circa 71, All in the Family.
My favorite episode was when
Sammy Davis,
he kissed him on the cheek.
interracial kiss.
He didn't know what to do. He was just all frozen.
Well, he bent over and he kissed him and he held it. And the whole premise was Sammy left the suitcase, his suitcase or his briefcase, in Archie's cab. And he said, and Archie came home, Mr. Sammy Davis Jr. is going to come in. It was really, and he actually came to the house. It was fantastic. There was one where they actually bombed. They dealt with some pretty touchy subjects. They actually bombed the house across the street, this extremist group. And some fixer from this group came over to talk to Archie. And he's saying, you need protection, Archie. We got to protect you from these people.
Wasn't he Russian?
And it was actually the guy that played on Sanford and Son, and he played on Barney Miller. And I can't remember his name. His name escapes me. A great character actor of his dad. I think he's dead, like everybody else. But he actually would come across and protect. At the end of the episode, you hear an explosion.
I don't mind.
You hear an explosion, and he looks across the way. and he said it was so and so. They blew him up in his car. Like the guy that was trying to help Archie the entire episode. At
You
the end,
always
he was
bring
blown up. Hmm?
we're way up here, and you always bring it way
Blew him
down
up in
here
it. Blew,
with chaos.
blew him up in his car. Blew him up in his car.
And you said that this show is dynamite.
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 By the way, the great John Amos in Good Times. I think he left after 2 seasons in a contract dispute. He wanted more money, more airtime, more something, better dressing room, better wardrobe, something. But the great John Amos kind of left Good Times in a lurch with Esther Roll and Ralph Carter, who played Michael, honey. And what's her name again? Thelma and Jimmy Walker.
I'm not sure about the characters. I'm
Did
sorry.
you know that Jimmy Walker would screen phone calls, honey? Screen phone calls for Bob Grant
I
on
don't,
WMCA
I don't
in the
know who Jimmy
70s.
Walker is. I have
Jimmy
no.
Walker is well, let me tell you. Jimmy Walker is Kid Dynamite on Good
The
Times.
tall, skinny guy.
JJ. Jimmy Walker, that's his name.
Oh, okay.
JJ, he actually he was in
I'm
New York.
51.
I know, but do you know about George Washington? That's long before your birth. It's 1971. Listen, honey, 1971, right? Jimmy Walker would screen calls for Bob Grant, Ciro Gigante on WMCA, 1970, in the 70s sometime.
Didn't he
And
argue with Bob at one point?
no, but he was Bob Grant's screener.
I know, but I thought there was an argument between them on air or something at one point.
No, but Lynn Samuels would come on Grant, and Lynn Samuels was to the left, and Grant was far right, and they would actually talk and have a dialogue, and it was beautiful. It wasn't like today when we alienate each other. They actually would talk and fight it out right there on air.
Well, all the left can do is just scream.
Well, the left
They go,
are good the left are good screamers. When they get screwed, when they think they're getting screwed, they're good screamers. I agree. It's true. But the lefties in the entertainment business, every once in a while, you get somebody who's pretty shocking, and they'll come out. They say, the whole entire time when I pretended to be on the left, I actually wasn't, but I couldn't come out and actually say it because I'd be ostracized in the business. So I had to pretend that I was, very liberal when in fact,
You were very left.
people, yeah, and the actor James Woods was a prime example. You remember?
Yeah, he went through a lot, didn't he?
He's a good actor. He's good. I like him. What is the greatest scene in the greatest movie ever? One scene that stands out. One actor. Well, let's put it this way. One actor that you'd go see back in the old days when you went to a movie. One actor that you would go see, sweetie, no matter what. Whatever that guy or woman was in, you went to see. Anybody?
I'd have to say John Candy.
John Candy?
Yeah,
Good actor.
I liked Summer Vacation and all of them.
Planes, trains,
Yeah,
automobiles.
yeah. Great Outdoors.
You know who my favorite was, right?
Big, big, big bear. He was so funny in that. He's trying to run away from a bear.
You know who my favorite was, right? Of all time?
Yes.
Marlon,
Yeah.
the great Brando.
I think we've seen Marlon Brando movies since I've been with him.
I like Brando.
I don't know how many times. I can't count.
I like Brando. I like Monty Clift.
I'm not a big De Niro fan at all.
I like
Are you?
De Niro. Young De Niro was great. Young De Niro in Taxi Driver. Young De Niro in Bang the Drum Slowly.
Tales from the Bronx.
Bronx Tale.
Bronx
Bronx Tale
Tale.
was not
Yeah.
really. Yeah,
It was pretty good though. It was. I liked the kids and the guy that you interviewed, Joe, that was on that movie. Remember Joe?
yeah,
The
he wasn't.
Soprano.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was pretty good in that. I liked him. I
Yeah.
liked it.
No,
That's
it's a
the
good
only De
film.
Niro movie that I would watch.
It's a good film, but I like De Niro in Taxi Driver. He played a catcher way back in Bang the Drum Slowly. I liked him. I liked him in Casino. He was okay. Goodfellas is not my cup of tea. Believe it or not, I'm
I
Italian. I don't
watched
like
that for
Goodfellas.
Ray. I like
Good
Ray.
Goodfellas for Leota. De Niro in Raging Bull, 1980 as the boxer. Uh, De Niro in I just had the other Awakenings, Penny Marshall film. Fantastic. Robin Williams, De Niro, I think we saw it
Yeah, we watched it.
where he's got that disorder
Mhm.
and Robin Williams is saves, he's a saint in that movie, the great Robin Williams. By the way, Robin Williams did not die because of depression. So many people still think to this day that he hanged himself because of
He had
depression.
something going on that was
He
it wasn't
had
depression.
he had a form of dementia. It's called Lewy body dementia. And sometimes it could just be diagnosed after posthumously after death. And yeah,
Simon says 80s and 90s were great decades
no
for
doubt,
films.
no doubt.
And Felix says Deer Hunter.
Well, the deer, yes, yes. Deer Hunter was fabulous, tremendous. He played a great part in the deer. Pacino is another story because Pacino, I think of Scent of a Woman, I think of Dog Day Afternoon, I think of Serpico, I think of Panic in Needle Park, I think of Donnie Brasco when I think of Pacino. Give me a good Pacino film that I did not mention. Anybody? I think of Brando. I think of A Streetcar Named Desire. Of course, I think of On the Waterfront. I think of The Young Lions, which was fabulous with Monty Clift and Hope Lang.
We should
Um,
put Streetcar on tonight. and watch
yeah,
it.
Streetcar, 1951, and Brando played that part on Broadway and actually changed the whole complexion of Broadway in 1947. Bra-
Heat.
Brando, he was not great. In my who said he?
Rumi.
Yeah,
Is it
not
Rumi or Rumi?
not Rumi. Yeah, I mean, people like that film. I didn't care for it, but very good. I mean, yeah. Mhm.
Felix says James Dean has had potential.
You know what's fun? Potential. He died at 24. He made 3 films. Who's that, Felix?
Yeah.
He made 3 films, Felix. He made Rebel. He made East of Eden, and he made the other one with Rock Hudson. The name's not coming to me. What the hell was the other? Jesus Christ! But the other one not coming to me. But East of Eden was his gem. To me, East of Eden with Joe Van Fleet and just a fabulous, fabulous film. I love that film. I love that film. That's one of my. I watched that film maybe 100 times. 1955, and he actually died. It came out in 55. I think it came out, East of Eden came out after he got mangled in the Porsche.
Simon says Face Off.
Bad film. I love you, Simon. Stupid film. Face Off was idiotic.
I liked it.
Give me films, I'll give you my first impression.
Giant.
Giant. Thank you so much. Who said that? Felix?
Yeah.
Giant on point. He was great in Giant. Felix, you agree? Fantastic in Giant.
I think
Rock Hudson, Liz Taylor, but James Dean, yes.
I think it was Robert De Niro and another huge actor in Face Off. Can't remember the actor's name.
No, Face Off was Travolta.
It was Travolta and Nicolas Cage.
And Nicolas Cage. I don't think De Niro was in there. Maybe he was. Yeah, De Niro had a small part, I think. I saw Face Off on a plane. I almost jumped out. I almost got the parachute and jumped out.
Waterworld.
Waterworld was a colossal disaster, but became a cult classic. Waterworld was Kevin Costner, Dennis Hopper, and nothing really to do out there in the water. It was a strange film, but they said it was a colossal disaster. But you can't even, when you want to go see Waterworld and you want to pay for Waterworld somewhere, you're going to pay a king's ransom. for Waterworld because it's very much in demand. Like the other Billy Bob Thornton movie that you can't get for under $100. What is that again? Sling Blade. Sling Blade. Billy Bob. Billy Bob. Billy Bob still smoking, man. These guys never stop smoking.
Simon says,
These are
okay.
crackers.
Oh, wait. Jerome Morsi says Battlefield Earth.
I don't know that film.
I don't either.
Battlefield Earth. Who's in Battlefield Earth? Throw a film at me, everybody, because I'll just give you my first impression. If I don't know it, I'll throw it back at you.
Simon says, okay, my best film, the best ever film of all time for me personally is Top Gun, the original.
Top Gun never did it for me. Good film, solid film, don't care for it. The best film
The music was great.
The best film that Cruise ever made was All the Right Moves. Maybe A Few Good Men, number 2. All the Right Moves. He played a football player. It was great. I love Tom Cruise, the young Tom Cruise, before Scientology.
He played the football player?
He played a football player.
You go between everybody's legs because that's how tall. It's just
Tom
run.
Cruise, 5'4" before lifts. Without the lifts, he's 5'4". With the lifts, he stands 5'7". It's a feat. It's a feat. But you know what? But as far as All the Right Moves, go check it out. If you've never seen it, go. And you know who's in All the Right Moves? The guy that played Coach. You remember Coach? The sitcom Coach?
Mm-hmm.
What's his name again? The guy that played Coach.
I don't know. I just know that
He's got a great name, by the way. He's got a great name, the guy that played Coach.
The dumb guy plays Patrick Star on SpongeBob.
Remember
That's all I know.
Jerry Van Dyke and Coach. Dick, who turned 100 years old a couple of months ago. Dick Van Dyke. Dick Van Dyke. Yes.
The best sci-fi movie
The best sci-fi
all
movie? Go ahead.
time is the original Star Wars trilogy. The originals. Not these Disney's, whatever they are. Okay, I like Cruise in bad guy roles, like the vampire and in Collateral as the hitman.
There's something about Cruise. Now, again, he'll do anything. I admire him. He'll jump from buildings. He'll swing on airplanes. He'll do all this kind of thing. You know, take it for what it is. He's not doing anything to really risk his life. I'm sorry. I know they watch this guy like a hawk with the insurance that they have on this guy. They're not going to let him just die on set. But he does some daring things on set. I'll give him that. As an actor, 1 to 10, I'll give him a 6. Sorry. With Brando being a 10, James Dean being a solid 8, Montgomery Clift being a 9, Laurence Olivier being a 10, I give Cruise a 6.
Gene Hackman and Tom Cruise and an Officer and a Gentleman.
Cruise was not in Officer and a Gentleman. It was Richard Gere. Richard Gere and it was Richard Gere and Lou Gossett Jr. actually. Rain Man was a good film, but Dustin made that film. Cruise was good in that film. He was good in that
sounded like
film.
A little girl crying.
But Dustin went. Oh, when he started to drive away, or no, he got out of the car when Cruise got out of the car. Whenever Cruise yells in a movie, and anybody that's into Scientology, you gotta wonder where the guy's coming from. You know what's happening. But nevertheless, forget that aspect. When he gets out of the car and gets mad at Hoffman's character, what was his name again? I don't know. He gets out of the car. Whenever he screams in a movie, it's about 3 octaves higher than his voice. And he goes, yeah. I don't know what he was saying because I don't know his name. What was his name? What was Hoffman's name? Ray. Yeah, Ray. Raymond. Yeah, Raymond. I have a friend named Ray. No connection. Yeah, Raymond. Rain Man was fantastic. Was that 1986? Something like that? Good film. Let's see. The James Dean, East of Eden, got to be up there. The great, yes. Tom Cruise, voice squeaks. Yes, that's exactly what I'm trying to say. You said it better than I said it.
Sounds like a dog toy.
Tom Cruise's voice squeaks.
He was a dog toy in his past life.
But, that famous scene in, that he was a Cocker Spaniel in past lives in the Scientology trilogy. Uh, in A Few Good Men, when Cruz says famously to Nicholson, "I want the truth," and of course he said, "You can't handle the truth," and all that, right? You've seen that scene thousands of times. If another actor had played that part and not Nicholson, you would never remember that movie. Yet maybe remember it slightly, but never remember it fondly
The only
the
part
way
I
you do now.
remember.
Nicholson made the film, The Weak Link. Give me the weak link.
Demi Moore.
You gave it away. But not because she's the only female, but the weak link in A Few Good Men was Demi. What do you prefer this week, Demi? Demi? What are we doing here? I have no idea. Is it Demi or is it Demi? That's another point of contention. Is it Demi or Demi? We need to know. But A Few Good Men was solid. Who else was in A Few Good Men? Kiefer Sutherland was in A Few Good Men. No, Donald was not in A Few Good Men. The other actors, the other attorney that Cruz was with, who played all those character roles, Jewish guy, can't remember his name. Oh my God, his name's not coming to me. But you had Demi, whatever she is this week. You had Tom, semi. Well, the thing is, if you say, do you say semi truck or semi truck? You say semi truck. It's kind of like Greenland or Greenland, actually.
Just call her
It's
Demi.
bothering me. Yeah, he
Demi.
squeaks. Rain Man came out in, I can't see that. What does that say?
Rain Man came out in 1988.
88. You're right. 88. Yes, I had on VCR, on VHS.
Tom Cruise wasn't A Few Good Men. I thought he was.
Yeah, Cruz is in A Few Good Men, but you said Officer and a Gentleman. That was Richard Gere.
He said, Vinny says, "Wait a second, you're stealing that line out of Seinfeld."
Well, that's true. I think I got it from there. I didn't even realize it. We're Seinfeld freaks, by the way. Seinfeld freaks.
We watch it so much that it just kind of gets burned into our heads.
When Seinfeld first came out, it was thought to be too New York and too Jewish. They didn't think an Italian guy like me would catch on to Seinfeld, a Catholic boy like me. But when Seinfeld first came out of New York in 1989, honey, 1989, 1990, it was called the Seinfeld Chronicles, I think. And it was kind of a two-parter or an hour or something. Kramer was originally supposed to be Kessler and then became Kramer because Kessler was too generic. But in the beginning, when that first came out, it didn't go over too well. And they never thought the Midwest would buy it. Even California, they were worrying about. They knew New York was in the bag for Seinfeld, but it came into its own in the third season. And you saw the characters really evolve in the third season. The episode that stands out with me in the third season, not Keith Hernandez, not the one with Hernandez, but what is the episode, sweetie, that stands out in the third season that really started to, because those early episodes were just not very good. They were very flat.
I like them all, so.
Yeah, I mean, they were interesting still because you saw the show evolve, but those first two seasons, you had one storyline, maybe two, whereas they started to build storyline over storyline in the later seasons.
The contest is the episode you're thinking of.
Before the contest.
Oh
Before the contest. When they're trying to fix up. This is the first genuinely funny episode that I thought was that the first one, when they're trying to fix George up with this girl, and the actress does not come to me, but she was tall, thin, dark hair, she had full eyebrows. They made fun of her eyebrows on the show. They had a few gags about her eyebrows. But when George said, "I need a pinkish hue, I need a rosy glow." What do you need in a woman, George? I need a pinkish hue, a rosy glow. Does she have a hue? And then Jerry said, "She has a hue." Right there was the turning point. That's when I said to myself, when I was living in New York, I said that this show is going to go places, and it did, and it did.
That was I don't like any episodes that's all about George.
George was the worst
I
actor.
I can't even deal with him. If once he comes on, even if he's on for a few seconds, I tune out for those minutes or seconds until he's out of the room. Then I'm back into the show.
When Mr. Greenspan, that's his real name, by the way. When he's over the top, when he's screaming all the time, he's not funny. The George character becomes unfunny when he's screaming at the top of his lungs. I can't. When he underplays things, when he's genuine and he's underplaying things, it's fantastic. It's not. He plays off of off of Jerry and Elaine and Kramer very well at that point, but he's still the weak link. Even though Jerry's not an actor, they wrote such great lines for Jerry that he actually comes through very well in the series for the most part, even though he really can't act. But
I like his lines.
and what's his name? Why can't I remember his real name? What's George's? What's his name again?
Jason Alexander.
Jason Alexander. His
Greenspan.
real name is Greenspan, but he took Alexander. I think his name is something. I think his middle name is Alexander. But nevertheless, he was the weak link of Seinfeld, in my opinion. And Elaine, the Elaine character, Julia, was not originally written into the show. There was supposed to be another female character that was a waitress that was supposed to come in.
That was in the first episode.
Yeah, and she was so out of place. She got such bad reviews from the Muckety Mucks that they fired her, and they wrote in Julia, and Julia never found her way until about the third season. If you notice the first two seasons, she's very mamby-pamby, not really very interesting. She got that edge in the third season when things really took off. Yeah.
Yeah, Kramer's still my favorite.
Yes. Vinny's grinning. Delaware chimes in. What's happening, Delaware? You
Lyrical prophet.
drive through Delaware in about 10 minutes.
I went through Delaware. I didn't even know I went through it.
You turn
Until
around.
I said, you are now in the next.
You turn around. We're not putting down our friend here by no means.
No.
You turn around. Where's Del? It's back there.
That's
It's back
because
there.
it's just a little piece that you go through on I-95. It just blink. It's just like, here's Delaware, and you're going through that little part.
Well, the ex-president is from Delaware.
Yeah,
He controls Delaware still to this day. He's 100 years old now, isn't he? Or he acts it.
I don't know.
Something. It's really great, though. I'll tell you. It's really great what happens with the country. What did Lyric Prophet? Exactly. The prophet.
Now,
I love somebody that's so pretentious to call himself a prophet.
now the Firm.
I'm kidding.
The movie The Firm is
Good
that was
film.
about a corrupt lawyer, right?
Yeah, it was interesting. And you know who stole that movie? Who stole that movie? The late great, died tragically. The late great. Go ahead. Who stole the movie? The Firm. Not Wilford Brimley. Certainly not Tom Cruise. Not the woman that played every part. I forget her name, but she played in everything. During that era, this woman played in every film imaginable. I can't think of her. The one that played Cruise's wife. It was a very well written. I think it was a book first. Very well written film. Who stole that movie? Yeah, the great Gene Hackman. The great Gene Hackman. Do you remember how he died? Oh,
He's a Joe Beningo guy.
tragedy.
The
Tragedy.
lyrical prophet is a Joe Beningo kind of guy.
I can't. I have nothing bad to say about my friend Prophet then, because the lyrical prophet we have a mutual friend, the
love
great
Joe.
the great Joe Beningo. By the way, Joe gets a bad rap sometimes. Many people come out, they adore Joe, about 90%, and he's got 10% of people that are out to just it's kind of like me. They 10% they want to get me. I have no idea why, but Joe, fantastic. Oh, and Joe will be on the program on Thursday on the channel, I should say, on Thursday, this Thursday. He was supposed to be on last Thursday, but something came up. So he'll be on this Thursday, I promise. Well, he promises, so I can translate that promise to you. What's that last one say?
Because I love the guy, and you guys are cut of the same box.
We're cut of the same jib. What's a jib?
I will be watching for sure.
Yeah. And by the way, watch my stuff anyway. Don't just watch when Joe comes on. That's not good.
Jean Triplehorn. Triplehorn
Yes,
played Cruz's character wife.
you're right. And she played in everything. She was the actress that they hired for
Thank you, Simon.
the wife part, the very amiable, very agreeable wife, a little bit, a little edgy, but not really too edgy, I think. The finest character actor that you've ever seen. Anybody now I'm talking about not a leading man, not a good-looking guy necessarily, although it could be a good-looking guy. The finest character actor that you've ever seen. Ever. It could be on anywhere, anytime, dramatic, comedic, whatever the case is. Who is the finest character actor of all time? Any takers? Any takers? I have a few, but any takers? Anything?
Hector Elizondo.
Yeah, Hector
Elizondo.
Elizondo. Hector Elizondo for sure. I'm not familiar. I don't know who he is. Do you?
No,
Do you?
no.
No, no, I don't know who that is. I don't keep it coming though. The
Now I
finest
gotta look it
yeah, we're
up.
gonna look it up. We're gonna look up everything.
Keith David.
Everything. Keith David, very good. Very good. It wasn't one of mine, but very, very good. Just somebody that can transform someone that doesn't as an
Oh,
actor.
right there. Yes.
Oh, tremendous. Oh, yes. Yes. I know it's a big glare on his face, but yes.
Steve Buscemi. I love Steve Buscemi.
Buscemi is great. Buscemi in Fargo is priceless, among other things. Boardwalk Empire.
Donald Sutherland.
Donald Sutherland is interesting. He can carry a film by himself. If you look at Mary Tyler Moore and Sutherland in Ordinary People in 1980, and you watch what they did together, you watch Donald actually carry that film. Timothy Hutton actually, maybe some can say, carried the film. But if you look closely, Donald Sutherland carried that Academy Award winner in 1980, and I wouldn't consider him a typical character actor, but one of the best of all time. What was the film that he did back about silent films set in 1920 something California? It was fantastic. Karen Black. And it's on the tip of my tongue. It's got a great title.
Quick change says thanks, Ralph. Also, as a side, you're right on the money about Jay Diamond. So underrated. And then Joe Pesci and Vincent. Yep, that one.
Vincent Schiavelli. Schiavelli. Yeah, I'm trying. We have to look him up too. Joe Pesci was fantastic. Joe Pesci. I'm the only guy in the world that's never seen My Cousin Vinny, but Joe Pesci.
He was good on the Mel Gibson movies. There, that Lethal Weapon.
Oh, the Lethal
He
Weapon
was
series.
so funny.
Yeah. Pesci was great.
He
I mean,
was so
is
funny.
great. He's not dead. I talked in
And
past tense. He's great.
Goodfellas. He's good.
Pesci is great. I like Pesci in Raging Bull the best.
Gary Oldman.
1980. Oldman?
Mhm.
Yo, tremendous. Tremendous. Doesn't get any better. I like Pesci in Raging Bull 1980. The best. He was a great counterpart to De Niro's um, boxing character. He was great. John Goodman. I never cared for Goodman that much, but he's a good actor. He's a good actor. I think Goodman kind of gets in the way. His personality gets in the way with me. You don't want that to happen necessarily, but I'm not really. Oh, very. Oh, yes. Yes. Now, this is a character above all characters, and if you wanted an offbeat character, you got Vincent Schiavelli. I think you pronounce it Schiavelli. Me being Italian, I can't pronounce the
Yeah, I
guy's name.
can't.
Schiavelli, I think it is. Oh, tremendous. Had a face that a mother can love. Only a mother can
Only.
love. And yeah, great movie, Lamada's brother. Yeah, I agree. Quick, what do we have? Quick Change. We have Lyric Prophet. The Super and My Cousin Vinny. I've never seen My Cousin Vinny. Morgan Freeman, fantastic.
I, the China King. He said, "Greetings from China."
I
Hi.
like Morgan Freeman the best in Million Dollar Baby,
Chris,
The Clint Eastwood film.
Jake LaMotta's and Christopher Reeve.
Christopher
Morgan
Reeves.
Freeman.
Well, Christopher Reeves was a leading man. He was not a character guy. I mean, you could call anybody a character. Marlon Brando, the great Brando, always said he was a character actor. So if Brando could be a character actor, anybody could be a character actor, I guess, right? Tom Hardy, fantastic, stupendous. Give me one I can't.
Randy Quaid.
Randy Quaid. He's got trouble behind the scenes. Randy Quaid.
I
He
loved
gets
him in
arrested every other week, but
he was
Randy
good
Quaid.
though.
What did Randy Quaid do? Try to escape escape the government? What did he try to do? He tried to go on his. I don't know what he did.
I
Off
don't
the
know. He
grid.
had an issue with the
He
government.
did something. Denzel Washington, not a character actor. I wouldn't call Denzel a character actor. You know what it is with Denzel? Probably his greatest. I loved him in with Tom Hanks in the AIDS movie. I thought it was great with Hanks. Again, in the AIDS movie. What was that? Philadelphia. I thought he was great. I thought he was great as Malcolm X. Um, I'm not a big Denzel fan. I think he's a little bit overrated, but fine actor.
Aiden Quinn.
Oh, one of my favorites. Great. One of my favorite. Talk about AIDS and that terrible time that people went through back in, 40 years ago. Talk about AIDS. Aiden, Aiden Quinn played, it was a TV movie called The Early Frost. He was stupendous in this film. Do you remember an Early Frost TV movie? Maybe the second best TV movie aside from Brian's Song. Brian's Song being number one, 1971, and an Early Frost maybe being a close second.
Can I say something
Of
real quick?
course.
It just to let everybody know, for some reason, YouTube's been doing something weird. So if you're replying to a video and all of a sudden it doesn't show up later on, it's not us. We're not deleting it. It's just for some reason it's getting deleted by YouTube. That's the only thing we can think of. So just to let you know.
Yeah, YouTube's notorious for just doing what they want. What's that? What does someone else say about the late great Robert Loggia? Oh, Robert Loggia.
Robert Loggia.
Robert Loggia, Lampoon.
R as in Robert Loggia.
What was he in South Park?
And
They get him in South
I think
Park?
it was Family Guy.
Family Guy. Robert Loggia was fantastic. Fantastic. I like Robert Loggia in Scarface.
What about
Actually.
Daniel Day-Lewis? Did you talk about him?
Yeah, well, now you're talking about another. See, when you're talking Brando, you're talking Daniel Day. Everybody else pales in comparison. Here's Pacino. Here's Pacino, De Niro, maybe some of the others. George C. Scott. Here's Brando. Here's Daniel Day-Lewis. Here's Olivier. Here's Gielgud, if you want to go to the Brits. That's the level we're talking about when you're talking about, oh, There Will Be Blood. Oh, one of the greatest films ever produced. There Will Be Blood. People can't stand it. I've heard people talk in derogatory terms against There Will Be Blood. Sick people. Fantastic film. Except for Paul Dano. It wasn't believable. It was kind of believable. Um, Frank Lopez. Frank Lopez. Yeah, the milkshake. The milk. I drink your milkshake. Yeah, the milkshake is fantastic. Fantabulous. What else do we have there, honey?
Kevin Spacey.
Kevin Spacey. American Beauty comes to mind. 1999. Kevin Spacey. He got himself into some trouble trying to be heterosexual. No, but Kevin Spacey, fantabulous. Fantastic actor. I mean, no doubt about it. But he wasn't actually getting himself in trouble trying to be heterosexual. That was another part of his life. He got in trouble hitting on underage men, I think. Loja was Frank Lopez and Yes, he was. Wasn't he great in Scarface? He was great. Fantastic.
Surrender.
Fantastic.
I'm hurting over here.
Okay, I can
So is
understand.
it okay if I go over there
Yeah,
for a little
yeah.
bit?
Cindy's my official. Besides putting up with me, she's my official. She's my official reader of.
Bye, everyone.
I can't see. I can't see. I can't see. You guys are hilarious. Yeah. For everybody that likes us, there are 10 people that can't stand us. So please, everybody that likes us, not us, I'll say me, not my beautiful wife. For everybody that likes what they see on Ralph Romeo TV, tell your friends, because man, do I have people that want to just destroy everything I say, and they feel good. Somebody actually agreed with me when I said 10 people hate me. To William Dafoe. Oh,
Oh, now you got him going.
oh. I may do a whole video on William Dafoe. I may get that little mechanism that I can show you excerpts of the great William Dafoe, Mississippi Burning. I can go on and on. The great William Dafoe. I may show you excerpts of the great William Dafoe and kind of comment on them. I may dedicate maybe 45 minutes to the great Dafoe. Another face that only a mother can love, but a fine actor. No, he's actually he's a very down to earth guy, very centered, very together guy. Tremendous actor. He doesn't take himself too seriously. That's what makes him great. He made more money on that on that commercial that he did than he made on the last two movies. He took two independent films, one where he plays a guy in the Watchtower, and another one somewhere else. I can't remember the whole subject matter. He made more money on that stupid commercial that he did with some girl than he did with that movie, those last two movies, because he's taking projects that are actually very interesting, maybe not very lucrative, but very interesting projects. A fine actor, William Dafoe. William Dafoe. Oh yes, Boondock. Yes. Boondock Saints with Dafoe. Not my favorite, but I get it. Who is this guy? Super Bowl. Somebody named Cynthia Romeo's trolling me now. Super Bowl commercial. No, he's talking about something stupid. And they said that he made more bucks in that film. I'm sorry, I keep saying film. In that commercial than he did in the past three. Actually, they said three. The past three films. He's man, oh man. Chris Walken is a tremendous. By the way, he's such an oddball. I remember Chris Walken in Annie Hall, Woody Allen, the scene in the bedroom when Chris Walken is saying, "I see, I'm driving the car, and I crash, and there's an explosion, and there's nothing but the flames, and I'm, you know, and Woody famously came back with a line that said, I think Woody said back to him, "You have to excuse me. You have to excuse me because I'm back on the planet Earth." And the other, I'm back. I have to get back on the planet Earth. Oh, Annie Hall. I mean, the great Woody Allen who got the shaft. Woody Allen got shafted. I mean, if anybody on earth got shafted, it's the great Woody Allen. He did, all those things he was accused of doing, besides marrying Soon Yi, besides marrying his stepdaughter. When he married her, he was of age. She was, now he was, of course, she was of age. She was definitely of age. It wasn't the greatest thing to do. It was kind of a guy, he kind of, I know he's asking for trouble, but man, they raked him over the coals. He can't make a film in this country anymore. The great Woody Allen. He's 90 years old, for God's sakes. And he's ostracized in the US, but he's still making movies. I think he's still doing stuff. Liam Neeson, hardly a character actor, very fine actor. Not one of my favorites, fine actor. Um, oh, yes, Joe Spinelli from Rocky. Not one of my favorite films, but yes. And Rocky 1 was classic, of course. Did you hear the story about Sly? They wanted Sly to sell and back in 1975, 74. I think Rocky came out in 76. Back in 73, 4 or 5, something like that. They wanted they wanted it'll come to me. They wanted Stallone to sell the screenplay. They were going to cast the film with other actors. Stallone was he was to go nowhere near the film. Nothing to do with the film. And it was shocking what he did. He was poor, he was broke down to his last penny, they say, and he held out. They offered him something like some crazy amount for a poor guy in 1974 or 5. They offered him something like 300 grand for the rights to Rocky. He turned them down famously. You know the story. I'm just telling you because it's a great one. Turned them down flat, held out, and made the film himself somehow, some way. He got a taker, starred in the film. It was a great film. Not one of my again, I go against stereotype. Italian guy, originally from New Jersey. I'm not a big Rocky fan, but I do admire the film. Not Rocky 2 and 3 and 4, the original. Yes. The original. Yes. Do I have anything? Oh, the great Dustin Hoffman. The the greatest performance that Hoffman ever gave. Because I'll tell you mine in a minute, but I want yours. I know nothing about Mae West. Not really. Not really. Except there are a few things I know about her away from the camera. Not really. But the greatest Hoffman performance of them all. Give it to me. What is the greatest? What? Yes. If you want to donate to Ralph, here's the link. Oh, okay. That's from my wife. I'm sorry, I didn't see the name. Um, yes, the greatest film that Hoffman ever starred in. He famously was in the film with the aforementioned Olivier. He famously would stay out all night because he played a rundown, downtrodden kind of a guy in turmoil. So he would go to Studio 54 all night and then go straight to set without any sleep. And he'd run in this film. He did a lot of running. Not Midnight Cowboy, although that's got to be up there. It's hard to choose, but and of course our friend Elephant, who's there all the time, he's got it. I don't want to say it. Don't look at the. Don't look. I still want your thoughts on the greatest film. Famously, Olivier said when Hoffman looks like he hadn't slept in 3 days, and Olivier is an external type actor where very much he's not method whatsoever. Hoffman, is from the method school, and Olivier famously was a Brit who kind of worked from not from within, but more so from without. Believe it or not, the outside first, and then the inner life of the character, all these things. He famously said to Hoffman, he said, "My boy, why don't you," when Hoffman was out of breath from running 5 laps in this film and staying out for 3 nights, he said to him, "My boy, oh, have you ever tried acting?" And strictly, that told it's a very simple statement, very simple question, but it told the tale completely. You had 2 guys from different schools of acting, so different. I'm doing this, but it's more like this. Different school. You had Hoffman, the method actor. You had Olivier, who learned. He was very much into putting putty on his nose, changing his looks, altering his appearance with makeup, wardrobe, and then when he finally was through dressing the character, finally, after weeks of preparation, he could then immerse himself into the character. That was Olivier, where Hoffman was working that from within, that Stanislavski thing, that my boy, have you ever tried acting? It was fantastic. And, yes, Olivier, is it safe? Is it safe? Is it safe? By the way, during, previews of the film is Marathon Man, by the way, my favorite. To me, his best performance, Marathon Man. Midnight Cowboy, a close second. He did so many things. All the President's Men, maybe a third, maybe number 3. But, uh the preview of Marathon Man, round about 1975, maybe, when the dentist, the famous, the infamous dentist scene came up. Um, everybody, everybody left the theater during previews. It was considered to be so disgusting, so I guess so. What? Just nauseating to people. They actually got up and left, and they never thought it would work. They tried to alter the content. They tried to take out some of those scenes. I think they actually did take out a few of the sadistic scenes, even though you saw some sadistic scenes in the movie. You didn't see all the sadistic scenes in the movie. Just but the movie was the best movie. Roy Scheider played his brother. The best film, one of the best films in my top 10. Roy Scheider, the female in that film, she was a German, or was she? I think she was Swiss or German. What's the difference? She was very. Her name escapes me. She was very good. You had William Devane in that film. You had Olivier in that film. Scheider died about halfway through. Tremendous film. Tremendous film. Very good. It wasn't Martha Keller. I think it was Marta Keller. Elephant. I think. I'm not quite sure. But that was the absolute best. The absolute best. And when he did Midnight Cowboy, when they shot that thing in New York in 1968, that was raw. You saw New York, the late 60s New York. It was almost as bad as the portrayal of New York in Taxi Driver. Maybe on par with Taxi Driver, the way they showed you the squalor, the disgusting side of New York City. Oh, tremendous film, though. Tremendous film. Yes, Swedish. Swedish or Swiss? Was Marta Keller Swedish or Swiss? I'm not sure. Um, Thanks for the great half hour, Ralphie. I definitely been okay. I appreciate that. All right, I'm gonna run because it's been about an hour and a half. I'm gonna run. I'm gonna say goodbye. I just sign off, honey. Just X out. Okay. All right. And by the way, what's that? I want to tell you that when you look for this, if you miss some of this, you want to see it, you have to go directly into the live portion of my videos. We don't know how to put it in the ordinary video category, so it'll be in the live video category if you want to catch what you missed maybe an hour ago or so. And again, we have some good guests coming up. I'll have a lot of good videos on my. I'll just blab and shoot my mouth off as I usually do about different things. We'll have a good time. It's my beautiful, beautiful, beautiful wife, Cynthia. You can call her Cindy. I do. I call her babe. I
He
call her
never calls
hun.
me Cindy.
We call her. I refer to her as Cindy. We don't call each
A
other
lot
by
of
our
people
first
call me
name.
just Sin.
Sin. Okay. All right. I appreciate it very much. What else do we
Bye.
what else do we want to say before we said goodbye? Oh, please subscribe if you haven't subscribed, because I found out that very few people. I have so many viewers, but eh, about is it about 80% don't subscribe?
83% don't
If I got
subscribe.
half of those people, if I talk them into subscribing, half, another 40%, we'd be in business. Okay? Appreciate it very
Thank
much.
you.
Thank you, everybody. Talk to you soon. Talk to you tomorrow. I have something. Take it easy.
Bye.